Hello friends, Joe here and welcome back. Today we're gonna make the Madeleines. They're little French butter cookies and they're delightful. But guess what? They're not just delicious, they're super easy to make. Let's get to it. All right, so we're gonna start putting the ingredients together. First, we wanna start with the eggs. We're gonna do 2 eggs. Then we're gonna beat the eggs for a good 2-3 minutes until smooth. Now we're going to go ahead and add the sugar and the 2 tablespoons of lemon extract. And that was a half a cup of granulated sugar. Okay. We're just going to incorporate it until it turns into a little creamy yellow mixture. So now you want to beat it for at least another 2-3 minutes. Okay, so my eggs are really nice and creamy now, as you can see. So now we're going to add the dry ingredients, but before I do that, I want to go ahead and just add a half a teaspoon of baking powder and a 1/4 teaspoon of salt to the flour. I'm going to go ahead and just get it mixed just like so. And then we're going to add it to the egg mixture, but you want to add it slowly, and then you want to just fold it in with your spatula. So now I'm going to go ahead and just add the flour slowly. So I'm going to go little batches. I'm going to do about 1/3, and then I'm going to just fold it. Just like so. You want to do this until all the flour is incorporated and it's all nice and creamy. Another 1/3. Just like so. I'm going to scrape out the bottom and the sides to make sure that all the ingredients are getting mixed. Okay, go ahead, a little more. And this is a cup of flour. Forgot to mention that. Let's go ahead and add the rest. And then we're gonna mix it for a little bit longer. And then we're gonna add a half a cup of melted butter. And the butter, it's at room temperature. So I put it in the microwave for a minute and then I let it set aside. So I did it probably about 15 minutes ago, and as you can see, it's room temperature and it's still liquidy. So now we're gonna go ahead and incorporate the butter. I'm gonna do a little bit at a time. So I'm gonna do half, and then I'm gonna fold it in. I'm gonna go ahead and add a teaspoon of vanilla extract. Okay. Just keep folding it in. You wanna, you know it's done when you don't see any butter on the edges. It's all completely incorporated, and it's a nice, creamy, silky, and shiny batter. So now we're gonna put it in the refrigerator for at least an hour. That's what's gonna help the cookies have that little signature hump. And we'll be ready to bake them. All right, so the dough, it's ready. I actually have a batch that was already ready to go. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna use, I'm gonna spray the mold. So you're gonna need this mold, which are specifically for the Madeleine cookies. You can find these at any home store, Walmart, Bed Bath & Beyond, any of those places you'll be able to find this. You can use butter, and then you can and then flour it, but I like using just this baking spray because it has flour in it, and the cookies have plenty of butter on their own. So I'm gonna go ahead and just do little dabs on each area. And then I'm going to just, with my brush, get it all nice and coated, just like so. So it's interesting, I was reading about the Madeleines, why they're the shape that they are. So they're like this seashell shape. And turns out that there's many different stories, but one stuck out to me because they make the most sense. So apparently back in the 1200, there was a pilgrim route in the coast of France. I'm not sure exactly where. And on the route, it was near the coast, and people passing through in this village, sometimes they would get lost. So then the people from the village started making like signs and little monuments along the way, so people would not get lost and they know that they're heading the right direction. And then the people in the village eventually decided that it would be merchants in the village thought it would be a good idea to make little molds of these little butter cookies in the shape of seashells. I thought that was kind of interesting. All right, so my butter, it's already ready to go. It's right here. And I'm using a tablespoon scoop. You should be able to get about 18 servings from here. Depends on your scoop. You can just use a regular spoon, and you can just two of them, and you can just and then dab it in there. Don't smear it, just let it fall on its place on their own. So let's go ahead and just put it in there. Just like so. I know you'll be tempted to kind of smash them down, but don't do it. They will do their thing. I promise. All right, so these are ready to put in the oven. And you're gonna put it in the oven at 350 degrees, and you're gonna bake them for 8 minutes, no more. You're going to start seeing the little edges just to turn brown, and then you know that they're done. So 7 to 8 minutes. Okay, so now let's go ahead and make the ganache. The ganache is super simple. So you're gonna need a half a cup of semi-sweet dark chocolate, half a cup of cream, and a half a teaspoon of vanilla extract. You go ahead and just put the chocolate, half a cup, okay, and then the half a cup of cream. And a half a teaspoon of vanilla extract. Now we're gonna put it in the microwave for a minute or so, and then we're gonna take it out, just mix it until it's all nice and smooth, and then we'll dip the madeleines. Okay, so after a minute, the ganache, I took it out. Now I'm just mixing it until it's all nicely and incorporated. Just like so. I'm gonna just set it aside until the madeleines are ready. Okay, so the little cookies are already done and they're cooled down. So now you can eat this however you want. Some people like them plain, some people like little powdered sugar, and some people like a little chocolate. We're gonna do two ways. We're gonna do the powdered sugar and the chocolate. And then, so I'm just gonna go ahead and just dip it in the ganache, just like so, halfway, just like that. And then I'm gonna put them here to rest. There you go. And you don't have to use chocolate. Some people just like them just regular. All right, so the cookies are all ready to go. The ganache is set. All we have to put is just a little powder, the traditional, on the cookies. Now we have to just try them. Which one? I mean, really? Is that really a question? Chocolate. All right, let's try it. Look how beautiful. Isn't that cool? And you see the little bump. It's a signature, the Madeline cookie shape. All right, let's try this. Buttery, crunchy on the outside, super soft like a pillow inside. Oh, these are so good. Easy to make. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to hit the like button and please subscribe, but most importantly, treat yourself to a little goodness.